Welcome to this video. When we try to manifest something, very often we are still obsessed at the start with the outcome in the future, right? Because the future seems so pleasurable. But there's one important principle that you have to understand, okay? And why it is not working out if we don't appreciate where we are now and what will actually happen if we focus on the negative. If you focus on the negative, of your situation right now. Let's imagine, for example, you want to find a new apartment. You are right now in your old apartment, okay? And you think negatively about your apartment where you are right now, okay? It can be also the same with your business. You had old clients and you thought, man, I want to have better clients than this, right? But the thing is, if you think now negatively about that, if you focus on that and you think, oh, I finally just want to get rid of all of that or your apartment, what actually happens is that you create more of that because how you think about your apartment. Okay, so on a mental and emotional level, it gets transferred to your new apartment. And it's the same with your old clients and new clients. So how you think about your old clients, it gets transferred. Okay, so these emotions, these thoughts, they get transferred and they will influence your future results. It will influence your future results, and very often you will create something similar like in the past. This is what actually people mean when they talk about appreciating what they have. And I don't also mean, obviously, sometimes the situation is really difficult. I don't mean to idealize everything, like everything is super beautiful, yippee. Okay. For example, for me, it was like that in the past. I was working like gastronomy. I was working for McDonald's. Obviously, that was not resonating with my values, and I hated it. Actually, I didn't even know my correct values at that time, but I just hated it. I just hated it literally. Now, it was of course difficult, and I every day I just hoped that someday I will get in a better situation, okay, and I will get out of that and reach my goals. And I was focusing on the future, that the future is so much better, and hated where I am now. Now, the thing is that all the time I was, first of all, recreating all of that. And the second thing is, even though it was really difficult there, what you can do, for example, is that you um, just ask yourself, what is the blessing in disguise, for example. I don't mean to see it like perfectly beautiful, like I said, but for example, to see it like that, that this will make you mentally stronger. Yes, it is difficult, and this is why it makes you mentally stronger. Or maybe, yes, your apartment right now is not that big, it's not a penthouse, okay, but because you are right now in that, you can learn to appreciate what you have, right? Even though it's really not that how you want to have it in the future, right? So I don't mean to idealize things. I just mean to see something positive in the situation and not just idealizing it, okay, and telling everything is beautiful. Yeah, yippee. So this is actually think sometimes this is in the spiritual space spiritual space what people do wrong. They think it's about idealizing thing and being super positive out of denial. It's actually seeing things how they are, right? Neither complaining but also not idealizing things. Like this balance. It's like this balance between pleasure and pain. And yeah, if you start to connect these positive emotions, for example, by focusing on positive, what you have right now, or ask yourself the question, then these emotions, these thoughts, they get transferred into your new goal. If you appreciate your clients right now, for example, then it gets transferred into your new clients that you want to have. Okay, this is just an example, but this is how it can be. So everything gets transferred. If you have a relationship, you think bad about your old relationships and all the time focus on that, that will influence your new relationships. This principle works with everything. It's always the same. So the principle is always the same. I hope this video helped you. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.